Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
He wants to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
It's a draw. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Davis will throw. Quick completion on the out route. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A first down for the offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When we talk about the next game on the schedule, we're always looking forward to this one.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Going up top on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Going over the top. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Georgia Tech, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Davis looking to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Right back to the well. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something. Get this defense on their heels.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. That is frustrating for a defense, for a quarterback to beat you with his feet.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Fair catch called for and made. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
They can get him down after he makes the catch. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He's open on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
The Yellow Jackets trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Davis will throw. Got him downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Clemson.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped. They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 24 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll run it from the gun. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Davis looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch past the sticks. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Clemson. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got his man on the right. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They're going to run it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
It's a nice run there to get the 1st down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
And the Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. They're going to ride this running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Man, there's not a running back in the country that doesn't want to get fed and get fed and get fed, and he has been. He's been fed, and now he's up to 150 yards, so great productive day for this running back and create a lot of balance on this offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the tailback. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. This quarterback part of their running game. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He makes the connection. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. To the ground with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the 1st down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He uncorks one deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. From the gun, running back on the move. Turns it on at midfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 28, Georgia Tech 24.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And you're seeing the best version of this guy this week, right? We know he threw 2 picks a week ago. We talked to him. He said it was a game he wanted to put behind him and just get refocused. You are seeing when he brings his A game to the park, he helps this offense be completely dynamic.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his big tight end. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And listen, I'm aggressive by nature. I'm going for it on 4th down most of the time. But that negative play, does that give you a little pause?
It does, because if you're rattled right now, then you need to regroup, take the 3, and live to fight another drive. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Looking for the score. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Tigers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ohio is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair filled with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Akron. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They're bringing heat. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's looking to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. The snap sets up to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws him to within a field goal. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Davis will throw. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And that is how we will wrap this one up. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to